everybody, I'm Lori from Diddy Bop, my little kitchen, and I'm here on Italiana night, and we gonna make it a pasta to go with, no. Hi, it's me. I'm Lori from my little kitchen, and tonight I went out in the garden and got eaten alive by mosquitoes, just so that we could make some pesto to go on our noodles for dinner tonight. So you're going to need some salt, some pepper, some basil, some garlic. I use 6 cloves. It depends on how much garlic you like. Oil, you can use whatever kind you want. We like the extra virgin olive oil. Some Parmesan cheese grated. You can put various things in here. There's different kinds of nuts people put in. People use different kinds of cheeses. They use 2 kinds of cheeses, but sometimes less is more. And this is a wonderful and quick recipe. And as you see over here, knowing that I never do anything and throw it away, if I have any extra, then I'm going to go ahead and show you how to freeze your fresh basil and keep it, and then you'll have it to use whenever you want to. So the first thing that I need to do is to go ahead and clean the basil. So you're going to pick off any stems. However, there's a lot of flavor in a lot of these stems. So if you look and you've got some stems up here that, you know, they're not like logs, don't be afraid to go ahead and wash them and include them in your pesto. It's not going to hurt a thing. And like I said, it actually adds more flavor. We'll be using a blender, so they'll be ground up. Nobody will even know that they're in there. Isn't this gorgeous? I love this. Love, love, love. There's some things on my little garden slash farm in the backyard that I love. Some things not so much. We've had a good tomato year, except for my little yellow pear tomatoes. They are just not heat tolerant at all. Let me turn this a little bit. Hey. Hello. Okay. They're just not heat tolerant. And North Carolina, well, I'm not heat tolerant either. But anyway, we've had, it's been hot. And I don't know if it just feels extra hot to everybody because we're so used to not going outside thanks to the COVID stuff going on. But anyway, they're just really hard. I have to water them twice a day just to keep them going. And even so, by the end of the day, when I go to water them again in the evening, they are wilting. It's very frustrating. So, but everything else is doing well, and a lot of it is just about spent now. All the other tomatoes are fine. The sweet baby watermelon, the leaves are browning and going now, which this time of year is to be expected. But I've still got about 6 watermelons out there that have got a week to go, and then they'll be ready to harvest. So the plants, they'll last that long. Don't like that leaf. It's, you know, it's been an okay year. Tell you what's really growing is my marigolds. I had no idea they would. I mean, they're like bushes now. Like everything, I grew them from seed, and I've never seen marigolds take off like that. These things are 2 feet tall, and they're planted around the tomatoes, but and around this basil actually. But they're really, yeah, they're up there. Okay, there we go. So Next step, as I spin around in my little kitchen, my sink is right next to me. And so we need to wash all these basil leaves. I'm going to go ahead and do that. And then I'll be back as soon as that's done. I can't tell if I'm looking at you. Okay, I think I am. As soon as I am done washing the basil, I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. A couple of quick things about basil. First off, basil dies very quickly after you take it off the vine. So you don't want to, plant. So you don't want to take it off the plant and think you can bring it in the house and lay it on the counter and use it for dinner later. You'll have a big surprise. It also doesn't do very well if it's wet. Now you don't want it wet, obviously, for this recipe anyway. But that's another thing. Don't think that you can put it in a colander, rinse it, and leave it in the sink and let it air dry, because that doesn't work either. Now, I don't have a salad spinner, so if anybody out there wants to send me one, feel free. So the way I do it is I'll just go ahead and lay it on top of a paper towel. You take another paper towel and blot it until I get it as dry as is humanly possible, which is where I am just about at now. So you're going to use your blender, and you're going to need some oil. Between a half a cup and a cup, and you'll just, you know, watch it. You'll know. Actually, I'm not even going to use that, and I'm sure you won't use yours either. So you pop some of your basil in your blender. Put in, come on, what's wrong with you? Put in, oh, this is new, I didn't know that. Put in a little bit, of your oil. Put in some of your Parmesan cheese. And as you know, we are garlic fans in this house. So you're going to put in some garlic. And you can put it in whole, or you can put it in with your handy dandy garlic strainer, whichever you're the most comfortable with. Should have had this peeled before I turned the camera on. So I don't. So you're just taking off the skin on the outside, kind of, you know, pretend it's a skinny onion, and pull the skin off. And you don't need to sit here and watch me do this. So I'll go ahead and disconnect you until I get it done. And there may be a commercial break in there somewhere, because we have a new product that we're kind of excited about, and it has nothing to do with cooking. If you've seen my videos, you may have actually already seen a video on it or an ad for it. If we're still in the time of COVID when you're watching this, stop wearing masks. And so we created something that makes the mask a little more fun than just a piece of fabric over your face, and makes it so that you don't have to buy a bunch of different masks to have a bunch of different looks. So if I have a chance, I'll go ahead and plug that in here so you can watch it real quick. If not, I'll throw some pictures in so you can look at them. But I'm going to peel 2 more cloves, 3, and then I'll be right back. Okay? I'm back. So we've got our first little batch of stuff in the blender, and we're going to go ahead and let's add some more oil. And of course it'll be stubborn. It's never stubborn if I'm not making a video. But turn the camera on. And of course it'll be stubborn. Let's put some more in here. So we're going to do the same thing again. Some more basil. Some more Parmesan cheese. Throw in another clove of garlic. A little bit more oil. See if it cooperates this time. Of course not. I should have got out my food processor, but it was way back in that cabinet. It smells wonderful. Some more basil. Okay, there's that. A little more Parmesan cheese, some more garlic, salt and pepper to taste, there we go, oops. And some more oil. There you go. Okay. So, at this point, now you can obviously make a ton more of this. Depends on how much basil you want to cut down and bring in, or how big of a bunch you want to buy at the grocery store. Now some people do put different kinds of nuts in here. I don't know if I mentioned that already or not, but we're not nut fans here. So just kind of skipping that totally. Okay. There's more, but I'll mess with the rest of it and get it out later. I want to see how good it is. Wait, hold on. Let's test it out real quick. Woo, that's good. That is really good. Okay, so now, like I said, we're gonna eat some of it on some noodles for dinner. And the way that I do that actually is I will mix it with some butter, and then that's what goes on top of the noodles. But obviously we're not going to use this much. So the way you can store basil to have decent fresh basil all the time is in an ice cube tray. Now, mine are pretty hors, you know, but obviously any ice cube tray will do. And so Okay, I'm back. So what you're going to do with this now is you're going to put it in your freezer and just leave it in there for a day, and it'll freeze into your little heart shapes or squares or whatever you put it in. Then you're going to take it out of this and put it in a Ziploc bag. Make sure that it is airtight, and you're going to put it back in the freezer, and then whenever you need pesto, you've got it. It's right there, and you can just take it out by the heart and use how much you need. And depending on how many people you have in your family, you know, here it's just me and Clay, and so it's like, you know, one of these for me and one of these for Clay on top of noodles is absolutely plenty. But like I said, depending on how much basil you want to pull out of your garden, you can make a huge batch and, you know, have it in there for the whole year. So, all right, I'm going to go ahead and put the noodles on, and I will shoot you a picture when it's all done so you can see what it turned out like. And I will see you next time on Diddy Bob's My Little Kitchen. Thanks so much. Bye.